Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining Recover and Roll. Make sure your foam roller is off to the side. I don't have any shoes on, whatever you feel comfortable in. I took my socks off as well just for a little bit more grip, okay? All right, so let's come on up to the feet. Feet are hip distance apart, and we'll start with a quick warm up here. So I'm gonna have you dart your feet straight forward, and we'll start with body weight squats. Body weight squats, down and up. Warming up through the ankles, knees and hips. I'll kind of give you a view from the side here. Squeezing your glutes at the top. 2 more. Last one, little hamstring. Send one leg straight forward, reach up and around, and same thing other side. So great for your shoulders as well. Alternating right and left. Just going at your own pace. About 10 seconds left. One more of each. Good, now widen your stance back to the hamstrings. Take your right arm, you're gonna reach up and around, touch it down to the left foot, reach it up and around, same thing other side. So kind of a little windmill. Back to the shoulders and the hamstrings. Just a different version. Good, let's do one more each side. Last one. Perfect. Reaching the arms forward. You're gonna lift up to the rise of the or balls up. Oh my gosh! Rise up to the balls of the feet. Open the arms and then close. Lower the heels. Lift and lower. So a little chest opener. Getting the feet engaged. Going a little bit past the shoulders. And let's do 3 more. And 2. Last one. Okay, we're gonna start into a tripod position. Your right foot is gonna step out. Keep that right foot turned out. Your back leg is parallel, darting straight forward. Now from here, reach the left arm up. You're gonna hinge it forward, slide down the leg, and then use your obliques to stand it back upright. And again, hinging it forward and return. So we have roughly about 50 seconds with each position, and we'll only do things once today, one time through. That should feel good for the hamstrings. Open up through your hips. About 10 seconds left. And then we'll do the same thing other side. Last one. Good, let's find that position on the other side. Turning it out, and then the right leg is starting forward, and go ahead and begin. So hinging it forward or down the leg, and stand it back up. So I'm bringing my eye gaze a little bit up toward the hand that's reaching up to the ceiling, and then gliding back up. We have about 20 seconds left here. Good. And go ahead and finish out one more. And then glide it back up. Good, go ahead and come to the front edge of your mat. We're gonna do a roll down to our runner's lunge with rotation. So you typically see this in my warm-ups, but feet hip distance apart. Here we go. So nod the chin, rounding it forward. All the way down. Walk the hands up out to your high plank. Hold it here. Bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Reach the right arm up, spinal rotation. Set it down. Replace, same thing other side. Twist and rotate. Set it down. Replace. Now again, you're gonna walk your hands back toward the feet. And then roll it back up one vertebrae at a time, back to our starting position. We're gonna do this again. Nod the chin, round it forward. Walk it out, hold it here, high plank. Right foot to the outside of the hand. Twist, rotate. Set it down. Replace. Other side. Twist, rotate. Set it down. Replace. And now hold it up to your high plank. Hold it here. If you can, lift your right leg. Set it down. Now lift the left. Set it down. Crouching back toward the feet. Lengthen through the arms. And then press it back forward again. Lift the right leg. Set it down. Then left. Set it down. Crouching back and forward. Keep it up. Just going at your own pace. You can do this down to your knees, lifting the one leg at a time. Okay, or just hold a high plank. Good. And go ahead and rest. Sink it back to a child's pose. Lengthen through the arms. We're gonna go into a back extension coming up next. Go ahead and lie down onto your belly. Legs a little bit wider than your mat. As you exhale, press all the way up to extension. Lower down. Now lift up to a Superman. Both legs and arms lift, and then lower back down. And again, so we're alternating. Extension and lower. Back extension and lower. So getting that full range of motion, and then mid-back. Working in all planes of motion here. We have about 10 seconds left. And then we go into a side plank. Finish out your last one. Good. Now flip it onto one side. You're gonna keep your bottom knee down onto your forearm. Lift up to your side plank position. Top leg lifts. Now you're gonna do little circles, little leg circles. Good, keep it up. Just gonna adjust my camera here real quick. Zoom in a little bit. Keep it going, but reverse your direction of your circles. Reverse. And then we'll do the same thing other side. About 15 seconds left. Medial glutes, obliques, shoulders. 5, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Nicely done. Switch it over to the other side. Okay, bottom knee stays down. Find your position. Here we go. Whatever direction you want to start with. Keeping your shoulders and hips square. Doing good. And reverse your direction. We're gonna lie down onto our back coming up next. About 15 seconds. Whoo, burns in the booty. 5, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Good job. All right, go ahead and lie down onto your back. Now you're gonna send your right leg straight, left knee is bent. Keep your right foot flexed, and from here, lift it just up to the height of your opposite knee. Lower back down. Here we go. Lift and lower. Maintaining neutral spine. targeting our abs, hip flexor, quadriceps. So these are very isolated movements. About 10 seconds left, and then we're gonna add in crunches in between the other leg. Three, two, finish out your last one. Good. Either both feet down to the floor, or if you want more challenge, bring them up to a tabletop position. Here we go, flexing forward and lower. Crunches. Nice and controlled. As you lift, you're slightly tucking your chin in toward your chest, finding that C-shaped curve of your spine. And just lightly holding onto the back of your head just to help support a little bit. 20 seconds. Then we have the other side for the single leg lift. Last 10. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Place the right foot down to the floor, send your left leg straight. Flex that foot, arms long down by your sides, and here we go. Exhale to lift, inhale, lower. So we just have a couple of exercises left, and then we're gonna grab the foam roller for the remaining of the time. Hips stay stable. Abs stay strong. Think of really knitting your ribs in toward one another so that you're not flaring your rib cage out and overextending through the spine. Relaxing through your shoulders, head and neck. This is all through the low body and your abs. Last 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Good. We're gonna go back to a crunch position, but this time bicycle. You're gonna flex it forward, bring the legs up to your tabletop, and bicycle. Here we go. We have one exercise left after this, and that's our hip bridges. Get some opening through our hips after this, after all the flexion forward. 25 seconds left. Almost there, last 10. 3, 2, and 1. Set both feet down, arms long down by your sides, hip bridges, squeezing your glutes, pressing the hips up, and lower back down. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. This should feel good after doing all that flexion forward, getting a little stretch through the front of the hips, front of the body. All right, gang, we have about 20 seconds left, and then we'll stay down to the floor, and I'll have you grab your foam roller, and we'll lie on top of it to get a good chest opener. Finish out 3 more. And 2. Last 1. Perfect. All right, go ahead and come on up to a seated position. Grab your foam roller. Now you're gonna place your roller down onto your mat. Take a seat to the front of it, and we're gonna line up our spine against the roller. And then you're gonna lie all the way back. Allow your head to rest down onto the foam roller. May take some adjusting. Reach your arms up to the ceiling and just open out to a T and hold it here. So this is a great postural exercise. We spend a lot of our day rounded forward. Let's open up. If you want to feel this a little bit more into the biceps and a little deeper stretch, bend the elbows a little bit, so kind of creating that goalpost position and really open up. Adds a little bit more weight to the arms. You can close your eyes if you want. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through the mouth. I get this question a lot. How much time should I spend in this position? Honestly, whatever feels good. I usually tell people 30 seconds up to a minute. If you want to spend more time there, that's totally fine. But we'll stay here for about another 20 seconds. Breathing into the back sides of your rib cage. And now reach your arms long down by your sides. Palms are facing down and hands are all the way down to the floor. Keep your abs close into one another so the ribs are knitted. You're gonna bring right leg up to your tabletop and then set that foot back down. Same thing, other side. So it's kind of a marching position. But this is a great exercise for your transverse abdominals. It's trickier than you'd think. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Your goal is to try to keep the foam roller as still as possible. Now keep this going, but if you want to add a layer of challenge, you're going to reach your arm up. So left leg up, right arm lifts, and set everything back down. Other side, right leg, left arm, and set it back down. You can lift all at once, or, bring the right leg and then the left arm after that. But focus on keeping the shoulders down your back. We'll stay here for about another 10 seconds. Finish out one more each side. Last one. Beautiful. Easiest way to get off this, kind of roll off to one side. You're just going to push the foam roller out to the side. And let's get to your hamstrings. So we've done this for a couple of weeks in a row here, but one leg at a time. You're going to bring your left leg on top and then kind of prop the hips up, and you're just going to roll it forward and back, forward and back. Now keep going on your end. I'm just going to angle my mat a little bit here so you can see a little bit better from an angle. So I have most of my foam roller off to my left-hand side to give a little bit more leverage. And you can always stay into one area, hold it there, kind of move the leg from side to side. Same thing we've been talking about each week. Yeah, single leg can be really intense. So you're gonna do both legs at a time. That'll take away some of that intensity. Go ahead and switch legs if you haven't done so already. And hopefully, if you've been doing this class each week, hopefully it's becoming not as tender. And it depends on your workout from the day before. But in general, hopefully you're feeling a little bit looser and some of those knots aren't as intense. We'll stay to this side for about another 10 seconds and then we'll move on to the back. Good. Okay, let's reposition. You're gonna place it onto your back, up to the upper back. Hands come back behind the head to help support. Lift the hips and then roll forward and back. I do this one pretty much daily. A lot of times I'll do it after I put the kids to bed and I just roll out my back, roll out my neck. It's a good de-stressor too. As you can see, I'm kind of shifting my weight from side to side, rolling onto a little bit more of my shoulder blades. Staying in any areas that I'm feeling knots. And now go ahead and set your hips down. You're gonna roll it off to one side. You can do whichever side you wanna do, but you're gonna place it underneath your armpit and really onto that meaty part of your lat muscle. And you're just gonna kind of roll it forward and back. I'm using my bottom hand just to help support my head and neck. You can always place your hand down to the floor or up to the foam roller. Whatever feels natural or comfortable. And you can roll it over the foam roller with your lats a little bit and more onto the triceps. But again, this can be another really tender area. We'll stay to this side for about another 10 seconds, and then I'll give you a stretch, and then we'll do the other side. Good. Go ahead and push yourself back up to a seated position. And then with the side that you just rolled out, take that arm, you're gonna reach up and over to now stretch. So that's a good pairing to do, rolling and then stretching afterwards. And restack it back up. Let's do the same thing other side. Sometimes one side is a little tender over the other. I'm kind of shocked. I'm feeling pretty even through both sides with this one. Usually one side is definitely more tender than the other. We'll stay here for about another 10 seconds and then stretch it out again. Good. And bring yourself back up to a seated position. And then you can either crisscross your legs or bring the legs forward. And then reach up and over, stretch it out. And restack your spine. Let's go into a little rotation, twist and rotate. And you can keep the legs crisscrossed or straight in front of you, whatever feels best. Twist and rotate to the other side. One more of each. Put a little bit of pressure into it. And switch to the other side. And go ahead and release. Let's bring you onto all fours for a quick cat-cow. You're gonna round your mid back up toward the ceiling. And now extend. Rounding it up. And extend. Last one, round. And extend. Downward facing dog. Drive your hips up nice and high. Pedal through the feet. And now go ahead and walk your hands back toward your feet. And then lastly, we roll it back up one vertebrae at a time. Head is the last to return. Awesome job today. Thank you so much for joining class, and we'll see you tomorrow for Strength with Christy. Bye, everyone.